ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददामि स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुर श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सवधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तबिंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा। First of all, I just to pay my humble obeisances to my spiritual master, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami, and to pay obeisances to ISKCON founder Acharya Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada, uh, and also those who are today's our the teachings of Ramayana class, those who are just attending in the Zoom and also YouTube and Instagram devotees to accept my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna. So today is our the teachings of Ramayana is the seventh number class. So we are continue to reading. We are reading from the Ramayana book, translating by His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj. So we are starting from here. When the Brahmanas, headed by Vashishta and the Vamanadev, assembled, Maharaj Dasharat addressed them, saying, O best among the twi- twice born means Dijo, that those who are Brahmana, they are called in twice born. That means first born, we are born by our parents, and second is our the initiation take from a spiritual master. So that is our spiritual part. That's why it is called in the twice born. For many years, I have ardently desired to beget a son. However, all my efforts have been in vain because I am without an ear. I can no longer uh, I can no longer feign happens. I indeed my days seem wasted and are filled with the grief. Thus, after much careful consideration and with your kind permission, I have decided to perform a horse sacrifice because you are fully knowledgeable in scriptures. I am confident that you will be able to lead me on the proper path. So here is one teaching so you can get it that even the father of Lord Ram, Dasharath, to do something, any activities, to perform yagga or whatever things, first to discussing with the qualified Brahmana. So it is a teachings as a household or a devotee should do anything in their life should be discussed with the perfect knowledgeable Brahmana because it is our Vedic scripture says that if you are doing anything to discuss with the Brahmanas and if you are doing that, then that will be nice. But modern days, we are not to do that. Whatever our mind is coming, immediately we have to do. But
How to use this?
it is
Oh,
our
good, good. Yeah.
scripture teachings that as a human being, whenever we will do something work, we have to discuss with the knowledgeable Brahmana, either any function, any homa, anything. And the Brahman should be qualified to give the perfect knowledge. Is it will be good or bad? That the idea of the scriptures. That's why that Dasharath wanted to do the one of the horse sacrifice to beget one of the son. First, he speak with the uh, Vashishta and Bhamanadev, the two brahmanas. That shall I do it? But modern days we have no guru. We are not accept a guru. We are not to speak with them. We have no any senior counseling. Whatever our mind is come, we just to do it. That's why we are suffered. But anything you have to do, discuss with the senior personalities. Then if you have to do, then that will be nice. So it is a teachings from the Ramayana. As a human being, we have to do anything, we have to speak with the senior personalities. You see, when we read in the Ramayana, we'll get at the point that even the Lord Ramchandra to fight with the Ravanas, he discussed with the Jambavan and Hanumanji. They are a monkey, and Lord Ram is the supreme personality. But still, whatever he is doing, speak with the especially those who are very near and dear, those who are very knowledgeable person, speak with them then because we have to understand whatever the decisions we are taking every time not to be perfect, every time not to be the correct because modern days our modern education, the modern environment, the modern situation to teach us we are every time is right. That is the mistake in our life. We have to understand we are a human being. We have a four defects. Brahmo, Pramad, Corona, Kotop, and Vipralipsha. So anything we have to do, first we will discuss. Then that will be nice. The, the priest unanimously approved of Maharaj Dasharath's idea to perform the horse sacrifice. And thereafter, the king ordered his ministers to make all the necessary arrangements without delay. So as soon as he asked to uh, that is Boshishta, and we just he gave the permission. When he gave the permission, immediately he started to organize the I mean the horse sacrifice. Sumantra then took Maharaj Dasharath aside to narrate the following story that he had formerly heard from the Sanat Kumar, who had spoken it in an assembly of great sages. You will be very interested to hear this story. My dear king, Sumantra said, because it predicted that in future you will become the father of four glorious sons. So Sumantra heard that Chatush Kumar, the Sanat Kumar, they are already predicted that Dasharath will in future get the four sons. It so happened that Sanat Kumara previously related this same story in the Satyuga of the previous millennium. Thus, none of the events which are described by him had yet occurred, but were the destined to take place in the far distant future. So, after to hear this, Dashara say, yes, the Chatushkumar said that, but I don't know when that prediction will happen. I don't know. So we can get the another, I mean, the idea is that if Lord or the Supreme Personality or the very uh, like a spiritual person will come to this world, it will be predicted before by the rishis, sages, scriptures. Otherwise, somebody can say, oh, I am this, that. Nobody can believe it because anything that auspicious things will happen that will be predicted by scriptures and sages. That's why we have to understand that. Due to some offense on the part of King Romopath, there once came to be an extremely severe drought within his kingdom, causing great fear among all the living beings. When the condition became intolerable, Maharaj Romapath summoned his council of learned Brahmanas and inquired from them the cause of the drought. I know that it is because of some fault of mine that their terrible drought has now overcome my kingdom. O best of the twice born, because your knowledge is boundless, please prescribe the proper atonement for my past sins. The Ramapad is the dynasty of the uh, Maharaj Dasharath. So he did some offense, and for these things, some draft was happening in that kingdom, and that cards still going on. So, but after that, during the timing that is overcome, that's why Dashara said that the operath has gone, but still, for what the purpose, for what is the situation, still that I not to get the children. Please to tell me, we can get another teachings from here. Anything in our life, some good fortune uh, or something good things is coming to us, if it is written in our fate, it will come. But if in our family somebody can do something opera for these things, it will stop, not coming. That's why we always to associate with the good devotees we have to be very spiritual. Then all kinds of our sins and opera will cut. Then the blessings will come. Sometimes our life become miserable, not for our karma or the mistake. Sometimes in our dynasty, in our family, somebody can doing something misconduct or the mistake. For these things, our good fortune will stop. So you have to be very careful. That's why people go to the astrology, people go to the spiritual person to do some homa, these, that, to overcome that things. But people modern days don't believe it. That's why they are suffered. Yes, you always to believe it. Some good things in your life not happening for some operad or misconduct did in your family, someone or some person. You'll see if someone or something has gone in our life, immediately the flowing of our life is going on very nicely. But before never can happen like this. Why? Because some blockage is going on in our life. That's why mm, King Dasharath also knew that his dynasty, the Romapad Maharaj, did the opera. That's why something for opera, his dynasty, not the good things is coming. That's why you wanted to do some homa or something like that. But Prabhupada said all kinds of, even our scripture said, that's why a people should need to be very devoted. When a person become devotee, Krishna immediately all kinds of your obstacles, all kinds of your sins and aparat, everything will be vanquished, then your life will be going on nicely. Where it is written, Bhagavad Gita. Krishna and Bhagavad Gita say, सर्व धर्मना परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं ब्रजो अहम tam sarva papebha mokshayami mashuchi. So when a person just to leave it everything and sincerely do the bhakti very nicely, then all kinds of blockages or whatever aparad or sins we did, everything going on very nice. That's why a devotee need to be very spiritual. Some spiritual activities you have to do, just like a ekadashi, you can do like a full fasting. Some austerity you have to do when something happening in your life, because your life is some pap karma or inauspicious things is going on in your life. That means some opera or misconduct in your life. Did someone or you, somebody, that's why you need to do some austerity. What is? You do the Ekadashi, full fasting. You just to do some charity. You do some extra like a japa. You can wake up early in the morning. I mean the Mangalarti, just like this month called in Vaishak month. So it is a very auspicious month. It is scripture says in Padma Purana and also our Hari Bhakti Vilash, it is said that whoever in the month of Vaishak to take the meat and fish, you will directly to go to the Naraka, and his all the good fortune will go away from the life. So in the month of Vaishak, you never eat something nonsense things. Second is that in the month of Vaishak, you will every day to take bath before the sunrise. And in the month of Vaishak, you have to feeding the Brahmanas. And in the month of Vaishak, also very auspicious, the day is the Akshay Tritiya, that is in coming the 10th of May. So this auspicious day, if you do something good things, then this will vanquish. You will see some why Krishna creating some auspicious days, month in our life. Why? Because as a human being, we have to do something consciously, unconsciously, we have to do some aparat or sins. But if this kind of activities we are doing this the auspicious time, then all kinds of our inauspicious things will go away. That's why Krishna created. But we are not too interested to do some spiritual activities. That's why we are suffer. Always to understand, only by our struggling, we cannot to achieve the success. We need some good fortune. Ma Jashoda also tried to bind the Krishna with the grinding mortar, but can't. Then finally Krishna said, Ma, by your endeavoring, you can't bind me. You need to try, same time you need to the blessings of Bhagavan. Then you can tide up. Same thing. Only by our struggling, only by our endeavoring, we cannot to achieve the success. We cannot to overcome all the obstacles in our life. We need to do some spiritual activities that will overcome our all kinds of problems. So you have to understand. So very seriously, you have to do japa, we have to do Manglarti, we have to do the charity, we have to read Bhagavatam, hear Bhagavatam every day. Then it will open our faith. It will just to resume or just to remove our all kinds of misdeed in our life. It's very important. Sometimes you have to think about it. As a educated person, you have sometimes to think about. Just like when you are feeling fever, that time you sit and thinking, why is my fever? Then you find it out that you maybe take shower in cold water or something, some hot and cold weather, you do something. That's why you are following this fever. So you can find some reason. Same way, something is happening in your life. It is not happened by suddenly. Something we did the miss karma. For that things this is happening. And same time we have to be understand anything is happening, some miss karma or whatever we did, not means we never can overcome. Prabhupada in one class say, when Krishna is creating the lock, same time he also do creating the key also. A lock maker never to make the lock without key. Same way, the Lord or our destiny to creating the some mistake or whatever the problems in your life, there is also a solution. Without solution, never can create the problem or the mistake. Every problem is a one solution. And that is we have to searching through the scriptures, through the learned Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, and ultimately every problem, the one medication that can overcome. That is the sincerely you do your spiritual activities, especially hearing and chanting. When you are do that things very sincerely, very attentively, then you will see Krishna will resume your all kinds of problems and mistake in your life. So very careful. So it is saying that the Brahmanas replied, O king, there is a great Brahmana says named Mrigi Rishi. Mrigi Rishi who is residing in the forest. Mrigi Rishi is the son of Kashyapa and his son is named his son is named Rashasringar Rishi. If you can bring this Rishi son to your kingdom and give him your daughter Santa in marriage, the drought will immediately end. This is the Romopad pastimes is telling. Santa was actually the daughter of Maharaj Dasharath, but had been given to the kings childless friend Romopada. At the later request, King Romopada was very glad to learn that means of ending the drought, but when he requested his priest to summon the Rashid Sringa Rishi, uh, they refused. The Brahmanas explained, O king, we fear that Mrigurishi will curse us if we try to lure his son away from home. Rashistringa has been brought up by his father in the complete isolation. That means the Brahmin said, but the Rashistringa Rishi, if we are just to go and give the proposal, you get married to my daughter, then the Mriga Rishi will be very angry to me. Why? Because Mriga Rishi to brought up the children of Rashistringa Rishi in an isolated place where he cannot, never can see the woman. So that Brahmana is saying to Romapada, the Brahmana explained, O king, we fear that Vrigarishi will curse us if we try to lure his son away from home. Rashasringa has been brought up by his father in the complete isolation. He has never even seen another human being because Rashasringa has never once beheld a member of fair sex. He is completely unaware of the pleasure of their association. That means Rashasringa Rishi never can see the woman in his life. My dear king, since we desire your welfare, we have devised a method for bring Rashasringa to your kingdom. Have the most uh, beautiful of the courtesans go there and allure him with their feminine away. That we can sending some Gandharvas, like a beautiful woman there, and by their lucrative body or face, then that Rishishringu will be allured and he come out from the jungle and come to your area, then you can give the proposal. So we are certain that by this means your aim will easily be accomplished. The Brahmanas is suggestion to give the Romapad. So you see, this is one of the teachings for us. When our life something happened or something is going on, if we discussed with the very learned Brahmanas and Vaishnava, they are giving some advice what is really for helpful. So always we have to think. Sometimes our mind is like, I know everything, I know how to do everything. This is one of the mistake in your life. Sometimes we don't know in difficult situation what should be we have to do or what should be we have to do that. That's why we're discussing with the people, then they can give the real idea what will be the best for us. So if Romopada, the king Romopad was not to speak to the Brahmanas, he never can find out this solution. That's why you have to kick our mind like I know everything. This is a bad mentality. My dear king, sorry, Maharaj Romapada agreed to their plan and then sent for the foremost of young and beautiful prostitutes. After being thus instructed by the king and promised the sufficient reward, the girls departed for the forest and determined to bring back the young rishi at all cost. So they are just ready to bring that rishi, that all the prostitute. Thereafter, The prostitutes set up their camp at the ashram of Mrigi Rishi and waited for the opportune time. It so happened that one day Rashusringo wandered away from home and came to the camp of the prostitute. So they are just to make a camp and wait when that Rashusringa Rishi will come. So one day he was wandering and he went to that come out from the forest. Seeing him, the girl jubilantly approached Rashusringa. When they asked about his identity, the boy replied, I am the son of Mrigirishi and I am engaged in performing austerity nearby at my father's ashram. How wonderful, beautiful all of
Analysis.
are to look at.
Analysis.
You are look so beautiful, so nice. The Rashasringa Rishi asking to that prostitute, I wish that you would come to my home and accept my worship and hospitality. So he requested, you can come and take the hospitality to my ashram and home. The prostitute then went with Rashasringa Rishi, where they were very nicely received at his ashram with offerings of water to drink, water for washing their feet, and various kinds of fruits and roots. However, it is also teachings for us. When a guest is coming to your home, you just welcoming very nicely. Then the Lakshmi will come. And second time, when your any guest is coming to your life, they're coming to your home, and if you are not to honorably and with the happy mind, if you are not to accept them, then your life will be on inauspiciousness will come. So very careful, especially the Vaishnavas. When they are coming to your life or your home, you will be very glad. You'll be feeling very nice. If you see the Vaishnavas and you are feel some guilty, this, that, and feeling something bad, then all the auspicious things immediately will go away. So you see, he is a rishi. He knows the guest is coming. That's why it is my duty to give him the nice welcome. So it is the sixth of the Vaishnava Aparad in Padma Purana. One of the aparadis, if you see the Vaishnavas and if you are not too happy, if you are not to welcome them, then your all the inauspiciousness will go away. So I am happy that I went to the London and Australia. They are very nicely to welcoming. Just like Alpavati Mataji, she was feeding so many nice, like a South Indian dish. Parita Mataji was nice, Bhagavad Katha, nice. Ketana Mataji gave me the that is in Gujarati food, and Nitai Prem Prabhu is my like a family member. So it is very good. But modern days, we will see the guest, we will feeling, especially to see the devotee, we will feel uneasy. Never, never, never. It is scripturally directly said. Even you see, if you read in the Mahabharata, daytime that Arjuna, Pandavas and Kauravas are fighting. But evening time, they are just inviting the each one another and they are very nicely to welcoming them. So anytime the guest will come, never be like a feeling bad or this and that. Even the coming to your home, the dog, any like a creatures will come welcoming them. You don't know that who is coming to your life. Sometimes Lord can come in a different way. That's why in our Indian one language say, even it is scripture say, Otiti Narayana Bhava. Otiti means the guest. So guest is like a similar to the Narayan. So Krishna can come in a different way. That's why we have to be very pleased. Very pleased. At least if we are not to giving something, but we can welcome it. We can speak very nicely. We can give the respect that will bring all kinds of auspiciousness, and all the blessings and Lakshmi will come. But if you see some guest, you'll feel so uneasy, so bad, then your destiny will come to all kinds of problems. All kinds of problems. You see, why the Durjadana's life, all the problems is coming. Because Durjadana will see some Vaishnavas and devotees their life, they are feeling so bad. But Panchapandav, even they are in forest. Any guest is coming to their cottages, they are very nicely to honoring to them like a grand star. That's why in Ramayana also teaching, Bhagavan Ram is in the forest, but anybody come to their hermitage, they are welcoming very nicely. Even they are in forest. So it is the teachings. Wherever and what is the situation, that doesn't matter. We have to respect, we have to give some honor to the guest. So, however, the girls were extremely afraid of the father's imminent return and did not wish to stay too long. As the prostitutes were leaving, they said, "My dear friend, our customs for receiving guests are quite different from yours. Now, please accept our offerings of the honor and respect in return." Saying this, the girls embraced Rashasringa tightly with great affection. Then feed him sumptuous sweets. Never before had the Rishi's innocent son tasted anything so pleasing, for he had been accustomed to eating only fruits and roots. Indeed, he thought that the sweets were a type of wonderful fruit. Moreover, since he had previously seen only his father, he took the prostitute to be an enchantingly beautiful man. So he was thinking maybe they are a beautiful man because he don't know about the God. He don't know the God. That's why it is another teachings. Anybody can give the food in our devotional life, not to eat the food in unknown people or a not a devoted people, then the breath, your bow will be break up. You see, Rashasingha Rishi's bow, how to break up? To eat here and there, to eat from the prostitute. That's why his bow will be finished. This is very careful to devotees eat the proper person, the proper place, not here and there. If you eating from here and there, like a gulab jamun, whoever give it, then it will be hampered to your sadhana. Very careful. After the girl departed, Rashasringa began to experience feeling of uneasy and restlessness with his heart. See, eating from the prostitute, immediately mind become troubling, mind become wandering, mind become restless. Just what did? Just to eating from them, hugged from them. That's why we sometimes thinking our mind only eating food, our mind only wandering maybe from this and that. But our mind can wondering what we are eating, what we are just to speaking, which person we are sitting, gossiping, eating with them, who is our friend, what is type of dress we are wearing, everything is eating our mind. As soon as from the prostitute eating that sweets, the mind of Rashasringa Rishi is wandering. It's very careful. not to eat from the nonsense food from the nonsense person. Then you will see that your chanting, your hearing, your sadhana, your mangalarti, everything will be finished. Like a Rishishringa Rishis. Mind now restless. Before he was doing the dhyana and everything, meditation very nicely, but now he can't because he is eating from non-devotees. They are a prostitute. Their mind is very alluring. Just very careful. The seed of lusty desire. See, because they are a lusty person. So what food is there coming? That is also lusty. So if it is a non-devotee, if we are eating from them, then the non-devotee's consciousness will come to our mind. This is the teachings. Even the non-devotee's dress, even the non-devotee's association, that the mood will come to effect to our life. You always understand to write this sentence. Our mind is like a magnet. Material world is like iron. So magnet will go to near the iron, immediately catch. So very careful. Yes, you can ask the question, Prabhu, we are in the concrete world. In our job, this, that, we have to mix with them. But we have to same time to prevent ourselves. Yes, for the purpose of job, for the purpose of something, you go. As soon as your work is finished, forget them. Leave it their association. Don't sit, don't gossiping, don't eat with them. Just as a purpose of your work, finished, then done. Nothing you have to do with them. Then you can save your life. You see, if we have to preserve something, we have to be very careful. In your life, bhakti is a very like a subtle things. So if we want to be preserve it, we need to be very extra careful. If we not to give some extra care, it will melt and finish. Just like butter. You know, butter, if you keep in the hot place, it will be melted. That's why you are very careful how to preserve it. Same time, our mind is like a butter. If you keep in the hot material world, it will melt and mix with them and finish. So you have to preserve it very attentively, very carefully. So the seed of lusty desire, which had remained dormant with his heart and the sprouted, Rashasringa began to constantly think of beautiful women. Is only to think, thinking. You see, another teaching is that a bad person is coming to my mind. Nothing they give it. They are giving all the garbage to my mind. And I am only to thinking that. We are only to thinking that. That's why we are go to the garbage people. Before they throw the garbage to us, to our mind, we have to preserve ourselves. Rashasringa could hardly sleep. You see, hardly sleep night. If the Rashasringa met with the woman, doesn't matter in the forest. After that coming back, nothing can happen. Why you went to invite them? Why you call them in your home? That's why these things is happen. That's why those who are non-devotees, those person consciousness is not good, don't need to extra care, extra like a familiarity, not to make extra friendship, then it will be hamper our life. It's very careful. Rashasringa could hardly sleep that night. His mind and heart become overwhelmed by the thoughts of their sweet speech and tender embrace. Tender embrace. Our mind can just like affected, inflicted by anything, by your sweet one of the smile, by a sweet voice. Anyway, our mind become inflicted. That's why we can trust in this world to everything, but we cannot to trust in our life is our mind. It's very careful. I am saying to you, same time I am also to thinking. You can trust anything in this world. but you cannot to trust your mind. Because in this world can trust, something can, maybe your money you're losing, your property you lose, doesn't matter. It will bring back. But if you trust your mind, that mind will dragging to you his place, you cannot repay that. If you trust any friend, you are giving like a money, he will just to cheat with you, no problem. You can come back. You can bring back that anyway. Your property, someone can take it, no problem. You can bring back. But mind who is placed to dragging to us, we don't know that where it will take it. We never can come back. Never. That's why you see the sweet voice of this lady, the sweet one speaks, the tender embrace, how to just to inflict it to our mind. But modern society, you see, we are freely, everybody can hugging. So see, think about the Western world. You are staying in the London, Scotland, you are Australia. Modern days, everybody can hug each other. Oh, my darling, oh, this and that. But we don't know when we are hugging, when we are just kissing each other, when we are speaking like this, that things is putting our mind immediately to capture. And that is just like to kick out from our bhav and sadhana. That's why we have to be, that's why Karuna to teach us how to lead our life. We have to be a social distance. Then mind be connected with the Krishna. But after Corona, we become again like that. But people, during the Corona, will always to say, Hare Krishna, hello ma'am, hello sir. We are doing like this. Then our mind was very devoted. You see, if you go to the ratio in this world, the people become too much devoted during the 2019 and 20. Why? During that time is the coronavirus. That 2 years, people are so devoted. Even the non-devotees, atheistic person, even become a devotee. Do some spiritual activity. Why? They have a social distance. So if we have to be preserve our life, if you have to be a devoted, if you want to go back home, back to God, we have to be save ourselves. We always just think about in this material world, the situation is what is going on. Nobody can save us if we not to try to save us. That's why in English one what say, God helps those who helps themselves. You can say, oh, Krishna will preserve us. Krishna not will preserve if we are not to try to preserve us. So that's a very good teachings. We can get it from the Ramayana. So shall I stop today here? So we understand one philosophy from the teachings of Ramayana. We have to be very careful to our life. We think about life means, oh, like a Britney Spears says, it's my life, just enjoy it. Life not meant to be enjoying. We are not coming for enjoying. Enjoying our dogs, hogs, and animals. Life meant to be Athoto Brahma Jigyasha, to be become a devoted, how to go back home, back to God. Because animal never can think about how to go back home, back to God. Understand? That's why you have to understand. As a human being, Krishna give us the higher knowledge. Why higher knowledge? How to preserve from the Maya, from the addiction, from the attachment, from the violence, from the Maya, from the devotee, I mean the non-devotional activities. Very careful. That's why we have to be very technical in our life and very careful. Then we can avoid it. I not to say that you become like a rubbish, or you also, oh, you are a non-devotee, you don't come to my life. Not to be like that. Be technical with them, those who are not devoted mind. Even that, even if you are a family member, even if they are your family member, you are mixed with them very technically. then you can save your life. Because you have to understand one word in this world. You are coming alone, you'll go back alone. Nobody is yours. This is the truth in our life. We are Krishna's and Krishna is ours. Nobody is in this world. My father, mother, family, these, that, nothing. They are as just like a in our traveling company. When our traveling, wherever is my destination will come, we have to get down. Everybody not to get down with me. That's why you have to understand that. Then we can get the success in our life. Understand? Hare Krishna. So anybody has any question? If anybody question from the Instagram, also you can in comments, you can ask. I'll try my best to give the answer. Or anybody is here question? Parita Mataji, you ask any question? Yes. Alpamati Mataji. Yes, tell
Hare,
me.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, pranams. Thank you for wonderful session. So I have two questions. One is, where can we study? You mentioned about the glories of Vaishak month, which is very nice. So like that, where can we know about the glories of all the month, so that we can,
You
you know,
see, it is Hari Bhakti Vilash and Padma Purana. But you
okay,
also see that in my Guru Maharaj in giving one of the, uh, the writing that as a devotee, what should we have to do on the month of Vaishak? I already sent in my WhatsApp group.
okay,
Again,
Prabhu.
maybe I'll send it to you. Every
Okay.
auspicious month or auspicious dates or whatever we have to do, that is I'm giving in my WhatsApp group. Maybe I don't know that you get it or not. Then I'll reassure and send it to you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Just
Hare Krishna.
always
Thank you.
to see my WhatsApp every day because I'm WhatsApp not to sending something unnecessary. Maybe I'm sending some few things, but you have to understand whatever I'm sending, it is not like a wasting the time. It is a
Hmm.
whatever I'm sending that is really to helping to our Krishna consciousness. That's why I'm sending.
Yeah.
So you read it, I'll try to send it again to you.
Okay, Prabhu. And one more question is regarding this association. Like, say, sometimes even in temples, I feel like when we go for Sunday feast, the feast hardly it'll take 15-20 minutes to finish, the prasad. But the so much talking going on, and how to avoid it technically, like without hurting or offending any devotees. If we
Yeah,
feel we are
you
not
see,
talking, yeah.
we have to be very technical. If you see that,
Mhm.
yes, first you sit with the devotees, but you see, anything like a offending from the devotees, we have to be a technical, we have to be a soldier. Just like a soldier going to the battlefield, before he look over, just like Arjuna, before going to fighting, what he said, oh Krishna, you take my chariot in the middle of the battle. I want to see that who is coming and what mood they are, what weapons they bring. Same
Yeah.
way, before you going to the prasadam, you have to look over that in the hall, which place the devotees are sitting, speak the spiritual, otherwise they silently eating. Go to that
Okay.
side. That's why you, before entry in the prasadam hall, you look over there. Then you will make your destination there. You not
Okay.
that you reach there and then you are searching. Before you have to look over, then you can save yourself. Otherwise, you can't. Understand? And
Okay, Prabhu.
second thing, when you will see that everybody, maybe you are sitting after that day starts. You never know that they will do like this. Then you have to make some technical word. Oh, Mataji, I'm little bit, maybe my daughter is going to somewhere. I have to go little bit check. Oh, my husband maybe go to somewhere a little bit check. Like this way, you have just to come
Nice.
out.
Okay,
You have to
okay,
come
Prabhu.
out. You will be technical. Don't offending them, and you also to save yourself.
Nice. Very nice. Thank you,
Understand?
Prabhu. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Yes, Parita Mataji wanted to ask anything. Haribol. Okay. Thank you. Yes, Paditya Mataji, you write something? You want to ask anything? I think so. She's in car or something. Okay, no problem. Okay, thank you so much for your valuable time to give your precious time for this class. Okay, our next class will be on today is the Monday. Next class will be the Thursday. Okay. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.